Good morning. I'm Ruth Millage, a member of the Board of Trustees, and I welcome you to this Sunday service at the UU Church of Columbia. I'm a short, white-haired elderly woman with green-rimmed glasses and a black turtleneck. We are a congregation of many beliefs, striving together to embody courageous love, radical welcome, and deep connection. And we are so glad you're here. We offer a live stream of our service and extend a warm welcome to those of you joining online. We strive to make our worship accessible, and you can find an accessible order of service with hymn lyrics included at our homepage, uucomo.org. There are listening assisted devices with our ushers near the entrance to the sanctuary. And if you're on Zoom, you can click the CC button for subtitles. We'd like to particularly welcome any visitors among us this morning and invite you to find our Visitors Connect book in the greeting area or in the chat, or use the QR code in your order of service. We'd love to stay in touch with you. Children and babies are always welcome in worship, and we have a nursery care in the lower level for our youngest ones, as well as a lively children's program for all ages. Today, we are worshiping together as one community of all ages. Children's programs will resume in the new year. Now, let us settle into this time and place with the help of our special musicians, Sam and Jim Buffalo.
Good morning. My name is Sam Buffalo, 42-year-old white male in a red and white vertically striped shirt, and I'm holding an acoustic guitar. And then this is Jim Buffalo, my 12-year-old son, in an attractive plaid shirt and gray pants, and he is at the drum set, making his premiere on the drums. Yay! And I have 3 songs to you today written about the New Year's Eve holiday, which there aren't a whole lot of New Year's Eve songs out there. Hope that I don't learn a lot next year. Avoid those lessons from both pain and tears, the kind that carve their truths into your soul, linger with a heavy toll. I hope that I don't learn a lot next year. I hope that life will give me time to breathe. No heavy days to steal the air I need. Let gentle times and steady moments stay, no storms to chase the joys away. I hope that life will give me time to breathe. I hope that I can find some peace to keep. Heavy thoughts to steal away my sleep. Let moments pass without a push and pull. Savor time just feeling full. Hope that I can find some peace to keep. And I will be what the world it wants me to be. But but I will breathe. When that's what I need, when that's what I need, I will see what the world it wants me to see, but I will sleep. When that's what I need, when that's what I need. Hope that I don't learn a lot next year. Avoid those truths that come from pain and tears. Just quiet hours to myself to be closer to serenity. Hope that I don't learn a lot next year. Oh, I hope that I don't learn a lot next year.
Good morning. I'm the Reverend Dr. Molly Hausch-Gordon, the minister of this congregation. I'm so delighted to see each of you here with us this morning. I am a white woman with red hair that's very long on one side, very short on the other, and I'm wearing a kind of black and white nubbly jacket this morning. And I welcome you to our New Year's service. This is an annual service that we do every year where we go together through a ritual of remembering, release, and resolve. And so we'll take some time to think about the year that we are wrapping up. We will have a very exciting moment of burning away all of the things that we would like to let go of into the new year. And then we conclude the service by making touchstones with a word or phrase that will orient us through the year. And we hope that you find this a meaningful way to prepare for 2025. The Persian Sufi poet Rumi tells us, "Come, come, whoever you are, wanderer, worshiper, lover of leaving. Ours is no caravan of despair. Even if you've broken your vow 1,000 times, come, yet again come." At the edge of a new year into this place of peace, let us now enter. We come bearing burdens and regrets. We come full of hopes and plans. We come just as we are. We come with exuberant and joyful hearts, eager to witness to others. We come bereft of the goodness of life, wondering, hesitant. We come just as we are. We come full of resolutions and promise. We come though we've broken our vow 1,000 times. We come just as we are. We come to the place we never knew before was home. We come to the place that has been home most of our lives. We come just as we are, to join one another as members of one human family, our hands and hearts outstretched. Come yet again, come. And we join in singing our opening song, number 188 in your gray hymnals, "Come, Come, Whoever You Are." I invite you to rise or remain seated as you're most comfortable. We'll sing it through once together and then twice as a two-part round. Start east side this time. Come, come, whoever you are. Thank you. We light our chalice as we do each week, the symbol of our faith in the cup of community and the flame of spirit. As we do, I invite you to join me if you are moved in our unison words of affirmation printed in your order of service. Love is the spirit of this church, and service is its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
Good morning. I'm Jamila Batchelder, the Director of Religious Education here. I am a 47-year-old white woman with lots of dark blonde hair and glasses, and I'm wearing what my spouse decided was best described as a caramel-colored corduroy blazer and a chocolate and caramel-colored knit scarf. Thank you, Jack. Our centering moment is Map of the Year, which is adapted by Victoria Safford. And we pause at this threshold between one year and the next this morning as we engage in our annual New Year period of reflection. And our service is going to be in 3 parts. So we will remember the old year, release it, and then resolve for the new year. So first, we remember a year that has been full of growth and struggle, sorrow and joy, loss and beauty, as human life always is. Let us take a moment as 2024 draws to a close to bring to mind a few moments of strength and challenge from the years now past. And I invite you to use the labyrinth in your order of service or on the screen. Do we have one on the screen? We have one on the screen, sorry. No screen today. So look in your order of service and use it to meditatively trace your finger along the path of your year as we read this meditation of Victoria Safford. Here is where I found my voice and chose to be brave. Here's a place where I forgave someone against my better judgment, and I survived that. And unexpectedly, amazingly, I became wiser. Here's where I was once forgiven, was ready for once in my life to receive forgiveness and be transformed. And I survived that also. I lived to tell the tale. And this is the place where I said no, more loudly than I thought I ever could, and everybody stared. But I said no loudly anyway, because I knew it must be said, and those staring settled down into harmless, ineffective grumbling, and over me they had no power anymore. Here's a time, and here's another, where I laid down my fear and walked right into it, right up to my neck, into that roiling water. Here's where cruelty taught me something. And here's where I was first astonished by gratuitous compassion and knew it for the miracle it was, the requirement it is. It was a trembling time. And here, much later, is where I returned the blessing clumsily. It wasn't hard, but I was unaccustomed. It cycled round, and as best I could, I sent it back out, passed the gift along. This circular motion around and around has no apparent end. Here's a place, a murky puddle where I've stumbled more than once, and fallen. I don't know yet what to learn there. On this site, I was outraged, and the rage sustains me still. It clarifies my seeing. And here's where something caught me: a warm breeze in late winter, birdsong in late summer. Here's where I was told that something was wrong with my eyes, that I see the world strangely. And here's where I said, yes, I know. I walk in beauty. Here is where I began to look with my own eyes and listen with my ears and sing with my own song, shaky as it is. Here is where, as if by surgeon's knife, my heart was opened up. And here, and here, and here, and here. These are the landmarks of conversion.
As we continue to reflect on the year now drawing to a close, let us bring ourselves fully into this time of remembering, release, and resolve. During a moment of contemplative music, I invite you into our weekly ritual of stones and water. For those of you tuning in at home, I'd like to invite you into a moment of quiet contemplation, imagining the burdens of your heart lifted and held by our community as you listen to the music. For those of you with us in the room, you are welcome to come forward and take a stone, fill it up with any of the hopes and fears you bring with you this morning, and drop the stone in the water, which represents the embrace of our community. Those of you who wish to have your joy or sorrow spoken aloud may share them in the chat online or write them on a slip at the table in the back of the room to put in the basket. I now invite you into this time of contemplation. I invite you to join me in concluding in the spirit of prayer or contemplation with the words of John O'Donohue, his blessing for a new year. On the day when the weight deadens on your shoulders and you stumble, may the clay dance to balance you. And when your eyes freeze behind the gray window and the ghost of loss gets into you, may a flock of colors, indigo, red, green, and azure blue, come to awaken in you a meadow of delight. When the canvas frays in the currach of thought and a stain of ocean blackens beneath you, may there come across the waters a path of yellow moonlight to bring you safely home. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. And let us conclude in singing Spirit of Life, number 123, concluding our time of prayer. Spirit of Life, number 123 in your gray hymnal. You may rise or remain seated as you're most comfortable.
We move into the release portion of our service with a poem from Unitarian raised poet E.E. Cummings. Let it go. The smashed word, broken, open vow, or the oath cracked lengthwise, let it go, it was sworn to go. Let them go, the truthful liars and the false fair friends and the boths and neithers. You must let them go, they were born to go. Let all go, the big, small, middling, tall, bigger, really the biggest, and all things. Let all go, dear. So comes love.
As we turn toward the new year, we take a final glimpse of the past one and reckon with all that it has held for us. Jamila is going to start circulating pencils and something called flash paper through the sections. It's specially treated paper that evaporates in fire, leaving no ash or residue. And we invite you to take a piece and reflect on the year behind you. Consider what you might release today, burning it brightly so that it changes form and disappears. If you are at home and would like for me to write and burn a paper for you, you can send me a chat on Zoom. Another way to engage at home would be to meditate on your hands and what they've been carrying them, and then to tenderly wash them in the sink while we burn away the papers here in the sanctuary. I invite you to think as you receive your paper, what parts of our lives, what things, ideas, people, ways of living have become obstacles to our becoming who we want to be, who we need to be. What is holding you back? What is getting in the way of you living as fully as you would like to live? What might you burn away? What will you release? If you're here in person, write a word or two on the flash paper. No one will see it except you, the flame, and the universe. If you're at home, you might imagine holding these words in your hands. We're going to give you a moment of silent contemplation, and then when we're ready, we will begin some music and invite you to come forward in the sanctuary, hand your paper to Jamila or I, who will burn them safely, and at home, perhaps wash your hands. Let's take a moment now to reflect on what we will release. Yes, you can write in anything. It looks like, Jamila, we're out of paper near the back row here. If we have extra that can come over here to the middle section. Thank you. I think we'll have some extra from this section that can come over as well. Steve, do you still need a piece? Okay. When you're ready, those of you in the sanctuary are invited to come forward to either of the two sides. We're going to move that table over closer here so there's room between the front row and the fire. We invite you to please hand us your flash paper one at a time and wait for just a moment. If we can't burn more than one at a time safely. And we invite you to enjoy an original piece of music about letting go from Sam and Jim Buffalo. Never needed it before. Please come and have your papers burned away.
Lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. Oh, the stream flows into the river, and the river flows to the sea. So if you are stuck in a puddle, you'll make it to the ocean eventually. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. The seed falls into the soil, and the soil gives life to the tree. Oh, if you are lost or you're buried, you're just growing what you'll someday be. Lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. Lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. Oh, the sun sinks low on the horizon, but it rises again with the day. So if you are lost with the darkness, just wait and the light will come your way. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. Lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. Oh, the stone falls into the river, and the river, it makes it smooth. So if you feel rough and jagged, just let the flow wash over you. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. Oh, the stream flows into the river, and the river flows into the sea. So if you are stuck in a puddle, you'll make the ocean eventually. I said lay it down. Gotta lay it down right here. Gotta lay it down. You You gotta lay it down right here. Oh, the seed falls into the soil, and the soil gives life to the tree. So if you are lost or you're buried, you're just growing what you'll someday be. I said lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. You gotta lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. The sun sinks low on the horizon, but it rises again with the day. So if you are lost with the darkness, just wait, the light will come your way. Now lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here. You gotta lay it down. You gotta lay it down right here.
The one Sunday a year we get to be magicians. We now turn our hearts after a brief blessing. If the past year held joy and growth for you, may that sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year held pain and bitterness, may you be relieved of those burdens and renewed for the journey ahead. Let us look to the new with hope, with curiosity about its many, many unknowns, and with faith in our strength to navigate it all together. We now turn to resolve for the coming year. We know that it will hold much we cannot control or predict. And we also know that our intentions matter. We can turn to a new year with hearts centered on all we would create and all that we would love into being. And so we begin with a blessing by Elaine Kizia. May my wisest self guide me. May she remind me to look through the eyes of wonder and see the abundant beauty of here and now. To live from my toes up, grounded on this precious earth, in this miraculous body. To open my heart, to fling wide its shutters so no defenses cut me off. To employ my hands to create beauty and soothe suffering and unlock potentials. Eyes, feet, heart, hands. From here, I can wake to my life and the gift that it is. From here, I can move through my day with simple ease. From here, I can spread compassion and love. From here, I can mend the world. May I be in harmony today with the current that flows through all. And may I be a faithful expression of this sacred source. Here I am.
During these next few moments, those of you in the sanctuary will be receiving a stone from a basket that is being passed. Please hang on to it for just a moment. Those of you at home, I invite you to find an index card or a Post-it note or a piece of paper. Here we are at the turning of the year, and we have remembered and released from the year that is passing away. We turn our faces toward a new year, a new span of days that we will surely shape with hope and fear and love, as we do every day of every year. And yet there is something in us that craves the reset, the chance to resolve ourselves anew to the life of our longing. Author Neil Gaiman says this about our fresh new year. Be kind to yourself in the year ahead. Remember to forgive yourself and to forgive others. It's too easy to be outraged these days. So much harder to change things, to reach out, to understand. Try to make your time matter. Minutes and hours and days and weeks can blow away like dead leaves with nothing to show but time you spent not quite ever doing things, or time you spent waiting to begin. Meet new people and talk to them. Make new things and show them to people who might enjoy them. Hug too much. Smile too much. And when you can, love. Lest these days that lie ahead with such promise blow away with our unthinking, let us now take a moment to center ourselves on our intentions. I invite you to think of a word or phrase that will be a touchstone of your intentions for 2025. For those of you at home, I invite you to write your word on an index card, Post-it note, paper, or perhaps even illustrate it. For those of you here in the sanctuary, markers will be passed out, and they'll make their way through the rows. And as you receive them, write your word or phrase on your stone. I hope you'll carry this touchstone into your year, a constant reminder of your intention, your hope, and the life you love.
We are so delighted that there are so many of you here today, and if you are here with a partner or a family member, you might need to share a marker with them. I'm not sure we have entirely enough for every single person. These are metallic markers that show up beautifully on stone. They are water soluble, so if you wash your stone in the water, your word will disappear. We had plenty after all. If anyone would like to grab another one from Jamila or get a different color, you can raise your hand. May these touchstones ground and center your heart in the year ahead. And whatever comes this year, whatever arrives for us, let life be a dance. Number 311 in your gray hymnal, let it be a dance. I invite you to rise or remain seated as you're most comfortable in singing our final hymn of the morning. 311, let it be a dance.
Let it be a dance we do.
May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Let a dancing song be heard. Play the music, say the words, and fill the sky with sailing birds. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Learn to follow, learn to lead. Feel the rhythm till the need. To reap the harvest, let us see. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Everybody turn and spin. Let your body learn to bend. And like the willow in the wind, let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. A child is born to hold the stars. A time for joy, a time to cry. Take it as it passes by. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance we do. May I have this dance with you through the good times and the bad times too. Let it be a dance. Morning star comes out at night. The darker is the light. And nothing's wrong with nobody's right. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let it be a dance. Let the sunshine, let it rain. Share the laughter, share the pain. And round we go again. Let it be a dance. We now join in our weekly ritual of generosity, pausing to give from gratitude for our lives and remembering by our sharing the great good that we can only accomplish together. Today's offering will be for the work of our congregation. Ushers will circulate through the sanctuary for those who wish to give with cash or check, and online and text giving instructions are in your order of service. And we will enter this time of sharing with one last piece of original music from Sam Buffalo.
Beneath the moonlight, the stars softly gleam, but the day still echoes in my mind. Rehashing arguments, staring at screens, just trying to leave it behind. Too late for a walk, but too early for bed. Too restless to just keep still. Look up to the sky to get out of my head and feel the cold wind soothe the chill. Remember to smile, remember to breathe, remember to stop, remember to think. Well, look straight ahead, but embrace what's unseen. Oh, look at each moment, but remember to dream on this New Year's Eve. Wake up to snow-coated rooftops and trees, flurries still falling down from the sky. The air whispers softly through frost-covered leaves, and I'm calm as the moment drifts by. Oh, taking it in and taking my time, turning around to see what I can find. Looking ahead and looking behind, embracing the stillness to steady my mind as the old year unwinds. Beneath the moonlight, the stars softly gleam. The snow, it has faded away. And one final glance before heading to sleep, ready to start a new day. Remember to smile, remember to breathe, remember to stop and observe the serene. Look straight ahead, but embrace what's unseen. Savor each moment, but remember to dream on this New Year's Eve.
Thank you so much to Sam and Jim Buffalo for the music this morning. May the nourishment of the earth be yours. May the clarity of light be yours. May the fluency of the ocean be yours. May the protection of the ancestors be yours. And so may a slow wind work these words of love around you, an invisible cloak to mind your life. Go in blessing and be a blessing to a world that needs our care. Let us sing our benediction. You may rise or remain seated. You may hold hands or put a hand over your heart if touch is not for you today. And let us send each other out into our New Year's Eve.